y'all, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Liliana Joy, and on this channel we just focus on body care, especially Bath & Body Works, but also lifestyle here and there. So for today's video, we're going to be doing all of my 10 out of 10 rated Bath & Body Works fragrances. So all of these fragrances I think are absolutely perfection, and I would not change a single thing about them. So if that sounds interesting, I hope you guys keep on watching. So as I said, today's video is going to be all of my Bath & Body Works fragrances that are 10 out of 10 to me. These are absolutely perfect and I will not change a single thing about them. I just want to preface this by saying that some of my favorites are not on this list because I love those fragrances, but like they could still be done better. I feel like my number one Bath & Body Works fragrance is not on this list because I feel like it's amazing, but it could still have been done better in a way, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of these fragrance mists wouldn't be on my top 10, but I still love them, if that makes sense. I'm gonna put like a kind of like a more detailed description in the description box so you guys can kind of, I guess, get a better idea, because I feel like it'd be better written out. But anyways, so I have so many here to the side of me that I just feel like are so so good. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and make this video a little bit quicker. So the first one that I want to talk about is Fairy Tale. I love this fragrance. I think it's so amazing. This has notes of pomegranate nectar, fresh orange blossom, vanilla bean, and warm amber. This is such a good, super sweet, yet still perfumey fragrance, and I love wearing this one. Y'all, this one has become the fragrance that I associate with Disney or Disneyland. Like, I wore this when I went to Disneyland a few months ago, and I'm going to be wearing it again when I go in a couple weeks. Like, this just is what I associate with Disneyland because it just smells so sweet, and it's like a fairy tale kind of, well, it's literally called Fairy Tale, and I just feel like Disneyland is like a fairy tale kind of vibe. And so this is just like one of my new favorite fragrances. Well, it's not new, like I've had this in my collection for a while, but I had like a newfound love for this fragrance. At first I thought it was way too sweet for me, but as I grew to like it more and more, like I just became super like obsessed with sweet scents. So that is Fairy Tale. Honestly, I just get a lot of that pomegranate nectar, and I honestly feel like I get every single note. I don't get much of the orange blossom, but I do get a little bit. But every single note is what makes this super sweet and super perfumey. So that is Fairy Tale. The next one is one of my favorite gourmands. This is Blueberry Sugar Pancakes. This has notes of sugared blueberries, fresh pancakes, and caramel cream drizzle. Another 10 out of 10, you guys. Oh my goodness. This is like spot on for what I would think blueberry sugar pancakes would smell like, because this has that sweetness, but it's not super like heavy and powerful like pumpkin pecan waffles is. For example, like pumpkin pecan waffles is very overbearing and very powerful, and I feel like they have way too much of that bready waffle note in that fragrance. But this one, there's not like a whole bunch of breadiness from the pancake. Like, it literally just smells mostly like blueberry sugar with the caramel cream drizzle and like a little bit of pancakes. Just like a little bit. Like, it's perfect. This is the most perfect blueberry sugar pancakes fragrance ever, and this is one of my favorite gourmands, and they could have not done any better with this, in my opinion. Like, this is literally like 100 out of 10. Like, this is so good. It smells exactly what I would think that this smells like. So that is Blueberry Sugar Pancakes. The next one is actually one that I've only had for about a month and a half, but I'm actually almost finished with this bottle. This bottle, I've used it so much. I used it at least 1 to 2 times per week because I'm obsessed with this scent. This is Vanilla Bean Noel. As you could see, guys, I'm literally almost done with this fragrance. This is my fragrance for the night. This has notes of fresh vanilla bean, warm caramel, sugar cookies, whipped cream, and snow-kissed musk. And in my opinion, this is the best that they could have done with this scent. This is so amazing. This has an amazing like it's simple, but it's also like a little bit complex. So when I first spray it, I get the lighter notes, which are the vanilla bean and the whipped cream, and then as it dries down, I get more of the heavier notes, which is the caramel and the sugar cookies. And this is such a good gourmand fragrance. Like, oh my, this is just so amazing. Like this is like one of my top gourmands. Not my favorite. This is like number 3 on my list, but like this is perfect, and it's long lasting, and it's very strong. Like, this is an amazing gourmand fragrance, and it's perfect for like almost every single day. I mean, I wouldn't wear it in the summer, but I feel like I could wear it in the spring and the fall. Like, that's just how good it is. So that is Vanilla Be Noel. My next fragrance is one that I actually this one used to be my favorite, and this one's Gingham Vibrant. When this first came out, like for the next like 9 months after that, this was my favorite fragrance for the longest time. This has notes of wild blackberries, candied violets, and soft vanilla. The notes came off of the back, so I memorized the notes. But this is just such a good, beautiful, sweet, slightly floral, creamy fragrance ever. Like, oh my goodness, it's fruity, it's very, very sweet, slightly floral, but creamy as well. Like, in this fragrance, I immediately get the blackberries. I get that hint, like that rush of blackberries, and then I get like that sugariness from the sugared violets, and then I get that creamy, soft sandalwood, soft vanilla, and it's just overall, this is such a pretty fragrance. It's one of my favorites. It's an absolute love. Like, this is a 10 out of 10. They could have not done any better with this scent, and I'm really happy that they did not make the violet note super, super prominent, because in my opinion, I like barely get it. I get like barely any of it, and what I do get from it is that it makes it like a little bit more powery, but that's pretty much it. Like, I don't get much from that at all, and I absolutely love that. So if you're not a very floral person, I'd recommend at least sniffing this one and seeing if you like it, because obviously like these types of things, like, different to everyone's nose. So maybe someone smells like all the floral, and then if I don't smell any of it, like, it's just very, very different. So make sure to get your sniffer on this before you actually purchase it, but this is definitely a top 10. Not top 10, actually it is definitely a top 10, but it's definitely a 10 out of 10 fragrance. Perfect, amazing, perfection. So that is Gingham Vibrant. Next one is actually one that I have not worn, and you're probably thinking, like, how is it a 10 out of 10 if you haven't worn it? However, this one's so, so good, and I actually got this past summer SAS. However, I did not have a matching lotion, and I didn't really have any other lotions to pair with it, so I just didn't wear it because I didn't have a matching lotion. This one's a gorgeous, amazing scent. This one is Rainbow Waves, and I'm so sad that I never got a matching lotion, because this is such a good, it's just amazing, you guys. Like, I love this one. This has notes of sunny sangria, bright melon, and misty waters. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I am not an aquatic fragrance person. I'm not. I prefer florals and fruity scents and gourmand, but I'm not really like an aquatic person. I don't like the beach that much, like, at all. I don't like sand. I don't like that kind of stuff. But this, so good. This is an aquatic fruity fragrance. It smells absolutely amazing. And I thought that I wouldn't like this because of the sangria note, and I don't like alcoholic notes in fragrances because I just feel like it's too much. But this mixes so perfectly. It's refreshing, but it's still really, really sweet. This smells like a ripe honeydew. If you guys have never had honeydew before, that's my favorite fruit. I love honeydew. It's my favorite fruit, and it's the best when it's ripe. When it's very, very ripe, it's very, very, very sweet, and it's absolutely amazing, and that's exactly what this smells like. This smells like a very, very sweet honeydew with a little bit of like an aquatic feel to it, and then also like a little bit of like a sangria citrusy kind of feel as well. And I think it's just a perfect, refreshing summer fragrance, and I cannot wait to wear this one this coming up summer. Like, 10 out of 10, absolute perfection. This is amazing. So that is Rainbow Waves. So the next one is actually one that I've already finished up a bottle of. So I actually used to have 2 of these, and then I finished a bottle, which I'm really, really sad about, but it's so, so good. So this one is Sunset Glow. As you can see, this is a brand new bottle because I actually have not started using this one yet. I actually finished my last bottle back in like late November, so I wanted to go ahead and take a little bit of a break from it. But this is perfection. This has notes of fresh coconut, sparkling cherry seltzer, dreamy moonflower, and caramelized vanilla. When I tell you guys that this is like an everyday, all year round type of fragrance for me, like, this is perfect. It has like this amazing, super, super sweet caramel, like, vanilla note, but then it also has this cherry, and I don't really get like a cherry seltzer because, like, I just get like pure straight cherry. I don't get a cherry seltzer. I get like the maraschino cherries kind of vibes, if you know it. Am I saying it right? Like the candied kind of cherries that are like seedless, and like they're pitless, and they're just like the really, really good ones that, you know, you put on shakes and stuff. That's what I get from this. I get that kind of cherry, and then I also get that caramel vanilla, which just makes it super, super sweet and creamy. But then I get a little bit of the coconut and a little bit of the moonflower, which tones it down a little bit and makes it more of an everyday type of fragrance. I don't get a lot coconut at all. I honestly mostly get the cherry and the vanilla, but there is like a little bit of a coconut and moonflower hint for me that kind of just makes it a little less overwhelmingly sweet. Like this one's perfect for every single day. It's perfect for all year round. Like this is a perfect fragrance for literally everything. And I feel like that moonflower makes it a little bit powdery, and that coconut again just tones it down, but it also makes it like a little more creamy as well. Like this is just an amazing, gorgeous, perfect fragrance, and I'm really hoping that I'm like crossing my fingers that they bring this back this summer, because if I do not get another set of this, I might cry, because this is so good, and I refuse to not have it in my collection because I just love this fragrance. So that is Sunset Glow, and that's another 10 out of 10 from me. The next one is actually going to be another summer fragrance. Usually I'm not a very summer person. I don't like summer. I don't like the hot. I don't like the heat. I prefer cold, honestly. I love rainy days. I love things like that. But these summer fragrances, they make me want to like live summer. Like they make me want to always have it be summer, because these summer fragrances are so bomb. So the next one that we have is Coconut Pineapple. So I got this past summer SAS as well, and this one, I'm gonna be so honest, I was sleeping on this one. I did not care for it. Well, I did not care for it. I just didn't want to get it because I thought, you know, it was just gonna be like a boring coconut fragrance. Like everything is coconut these days, and I just thought that it was gonna be super boring. But I was really wrong. So this has notes of shaved coconut, fresh pineapple, and sugarcane. This is the most sweet, creamy, juicy, like fresh coconutty pineapple fragrance ever. Like when I smell this, I just get like a pina colada snow cone. Like that's just how good this is. It smells amazing. Like I get that like actual like shaved coconut. I could get like shreds of coconut with like that juicy amazing pineapple, and like that sugar cane to make it even more sweet, and it's amazing. I get like that creamy coconut, but it's also like shaved at the exact same time. Super sweet, and I absolutely love this fragrance. I did not think that I needed this in my life, but I definitely did. Again, I actually haven't used it yet because I don't have a matching moisturizer, and before I actually never had anything to match with it, so I just never used it. But I actually do have one now, so I'm super excited to go ahead and use it this next summer and spring. But yeah, again, they could have not done any better with this. This is absolute perfection. So that is Coconut Pineapple. The next one's actually going to be one of my favorites. Like this is so good that I even bought the full-size perfume. Like this is top tier for me. This is Dream Bright. I love this one. It's perfumey, but it's also casual at the exact same time. It's not too much, but it's also not too little. This has notes of sapphire berries, night blooming orchid, crystallized vanilla, and I just have so much of this fragrance. I have this fragrance mist. I also have a mini. I have the full-size perfume. I have the glitter spray, and I also have the lotion. Like I have so much of this fragrance because I just love it so much. This is a gorgeous berry perfumey fragrance, and usually I feel like Bath and Body Works does a lot of berry fragrances, and they always make them kind of the same, like just like fruity and girly, not too much, not perfumey at all. But this one's perfumey, and this one smells so good. Like it has that super bright berry, but it also has that orchid, which tones it down a lot and gives it that perfumey note and that perfumey aspect. And then it has that vanilla to kind of like round it all out and make it super sweet and creamy. It's not like a super overly sweet fragrance, but it does have that sweetness from the vanilla and the berries. But yeah, this is a perfect like every single like night kind of fragrance, if that makes sense. This is another one that I honestly do associate with Disney, because I wore this to my last Disney trip, and I love this one so much. Like I love the perfume. I absolutely love this fragrance. It's literally perfect. So that is Dream Bright. The next one is definitely one of my top 5 fragrances of all time from Bath and Body Works. I slept on this one. Honestly, for like the first few months that I had it, I honestly barely wore it, but then I started getting into it. I started absolutely loving this fragrance. This is Fresh Vanilla Blossoms, you guys. This one is so good. I feel like this one's also very slept on because I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. I'm trying to see how much I have left, because okay, I have like that much left, and this is just, it is amazing, especially paired with Not Another Cherry by Finery. This is such a good fragrance. This has notes of suede petals, soft sandalwood, and vanilla bean. Oh my gosh, it's creamy, but it's smooth, and it's powdery, and it smells like a marshmallow with sandalwood. and florals. Like it smells like, that's how sweet it is. Like it's very, very sweet, very, very creamy, powdery, but it also has this smooth sandalwood kind of vibe to it. It's so good. Like, y'all, I've been loving this one. I've actually had to stop myself from wearing it because I love wearing it. Like if I could wear this every single day, I would. And like, I know like a lot of people like love to wear whatever they want to wear in that moment, and then they just don't care if they use it up. But I personally really care if I use this up because I want to savor it for the springtime. I feel like this would be really, really good in spring. But yeah, y'all, this is so creamy and sweet, but also powdery and like smooth and just woody, and it's just so pretty. And I think that this fragrance deserves way, way more recognition. And this reminds me that I actually do have to do a video where I do the most underrated scents from Bath and Body Works. But anyways, like this is just perfection. Would never want it another way. Like this pairs with like so many things. I love it with Blackberry Tonic. I love it with Not Another Cherry by Finery, and I also love it with Mist to Mrs. by The Good Scent. Like that's just, it's a very like, it's a perfect scent for all year round and for every single day. So that is Fresh Vanilla Blossoms. Okay, so the next one is another vanilla done absolutely right. This is White Pumpkin and Chai, you guys, and I am like regretting this so hard. So I never actually got a full size of this. I have no idea why. I only got the mini, and I don't have anything else in this scent, and I just regret it so much because they did not bring it back this past fall. I'm just like, I'm so scared that they're not going to bring it back. I'm going to go ahead and put up the notes on the screen for you guys because I honestly don't have them. But this is a super, like, cinnamony vanilla. Like, it's creamy cinnamony vanilla. I love it. I love it. This is another really, really good gourmand for me. Like, this paired with the sweet cream from Tree Hut is so good. Like, I love chai from any tea place. Like, I just love chai. I think it tastes so amazing. It's sweet. It's creamy. But it also has, like, the spiciness as well. It's just very warm and just, like, cozy, and this is exactly what that embodies. Like, this just very warm, cozy, sweet, a little bit cinnamony. Like, it's just amazing, and it's just like very, very creamy, and I absolutely love it. Like, this is done to perfection, and they could have not done any better with this scent. So that is a White Pumpkin and Chai. I actually have another gourmand for y'all. Okay, this is Hot Cocoa and Cream, and this is like a new found love of mine. I actually have 3 bottles of this in the mini. Like, it was a mistake. Like, I accidentally got 3 bottles, but I do not regret it at all. This, I'll put the notes up on the screen as well. This has decadent milk chocolate, fresh steamed milk, and mini marshmallows. And that is exactly what it smells like to me. But this smells like it has, like, this just smells like chocolate and marshmallows. Like, it's very, very creamy, but it's also very chocolatey. It's just perfect. And I love this one paired with sweet cream from Tree Hut. And this bottle is actually down here. You guys, like, do you see how much I've used this? Like, I love this fragrance so much. Like, they've done this to perfection. And if you guys don't like chocolatey fragrance, like fake chocolatey fragrances, I would not recommend this. But I personally like love, this is my favorite chocolate fragrance ever, and I will never ever be getting rid of it. Like, oh my goodness, I won't even ever get like rid of my backups because I usually like to declutter backups if I have too many. But this one, never getting rid of. Like, this is so amazing and perfect for like any cozy kind of stay in night. So that is Hot Cocoa and Cream. This is my last gourmand. So this is Christmas cookies. This is my number one gourmand. My number one gourmand, my favorite gourmand. I love this one so much. I actually used it halfway, and then I told myself that I need to stop using it because I want to go ahead and save it for next winter to use the rest of it up. So I told myself to stop using it, so I haven't used it for a little bit. But this has notes of creamy cookie dough, almond biscotti, and caramel woods. This smells like a literal cookie. Like, this smells like a literal cookie. Like, oh my, it just smells like an almond cookie. Like, it smells absolutely amazing. You know those cookies that you get like in those tins? I don't know how to like describe, I don't know what the names are called. I don't know the name, but I also don't know how to describe it either. Like, they're just like small like little cookies, and they just taste so good. And I think they're like almond, I don't know. I have no idea, but this just smells creamy and sweet, and it has that caramel in it to give it like a little more complexity, and I just love it. I love it. I love it. Like, it's just so good. Someone said that this smells like a peanut butter cookie to them. Personally, I kind of see where they're coming from, but I also don't get any peanut butter in this. Like, I get that super creamy kind of texture, but I don't get like a peanut butter cookie. But I love this one. Definitely my favorite gourmand, and something that I really wish that I hope that they bring this back. Like, if they don't bring this back, I will cry because this is so freaking good. So that is Christmas cookies, another 10 out of 10. So the last one for me is actually not a gourmand. This is a fresh spring scent. So this one is Gingham Fresh. This has become one of my new favorites, like, during this past summer and spring. I even got backups. I have a backup set. I have this one, I have this mist, and then I have another one, and then I also have a lotion and a body cream. Like, this is how much I like this scent. It's a perfect, fresh, fruity fragrance. This has notes of juicy pear, sparkling clementine, and fresh daisy. Sorry, I forgot the notes because they're rubbed off on the back, but this is such a beautiful, gorgeous, yet, like, it's very simple as well. Like, simple, but yet really, really gorgeous fragrance. I'm a really big fan of pear fragrances. I think that they're so pretty and they're just amazing. And this is exactly what that is. Like, this just is a very juicy, sweet, almost like candy pear, but it's not candy like at all in any way, because the daisies definitely soften this pear a lot. Like, it definitely softens it, but it's still very sweet. Like, it's sweet, but it's also very soft and fresh, and I love it. Personally, I don't get any clementine in this at all. I don't know why. I just don't smell it. I just mostly smell the daisies and the pear. And it's not complex. It's perfect for every single day for the spring. And I cannot wait to wear, like, the absolute crap out of this because I love this so much. Like, it's perfect. So that is Gingham Fresh. Okay, you guys, so that was actually the last fragrance mist I had for you guys today. I had a total of 13 perfect Bath & Body Works mists in my opinion. Like, these are all 10 out of 10. I obviously have so many more in my collection that, okay, I have like a lot more Bath & Body Works fragrance mists in my collection, but personally I feel like they could all be altered a little bit in either way, but that does not mean that I do not like them. I absolutely love all of my fragrance mists. I try to declutter a lot just so I can get rid of the stuff that I don't like. So that's why in my collection right now, like, there are only fragrances that I absolutely love. And it's really weird that, like, a lot of my favorites didn't even make it onto this list. Like, I feel like those could also still be altered, but I still absolutely love them. Anyways, comment down below what your 10 out of 10 fragrances are for you. Personally, I feel like I could add a few more onto this list, but I wanted to keep it a little bit shorter for the video so it wasn't too long. But anyway, so comment down below your 10 out of 10 fragrance mist and just your favorite mists from Bath & Body Works in general. And have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!